So, I got my hands on one of the limited 60th anniversary watches from Seagull 1963. Only 750 were produced and they sold out quite quickly. Why? Because the brand has a rich heritage and is one of the most budget-friendly, iconic watches on the market. That's why. Let's fly! Alright, I'm Cohen and this is my recent spontaneous purchase, the Seagull 1963 Limited 60th Anniversary Edition. I'll put the dimensions on the screen for you. I haven't even removed the stickers and I've only been wearing it within the walls of my own house. In this video, I'll tell you about the history of the Seagull 1963 brand, as well as share my initial thoughts on this bronze baby. And it has one pretty big nitpicking, so hold on all the way. Heritage. The Seagull 1963 has deep roots in the history of Chinese watchmaking and aviation. The Seagull 1963 is produced by the Tianjin Seagull Watch Group, which is a Chinese state-owned watch company. The Seagull 1963 is a mechanical chronograph watch that pays homage to the timepieces worn by Chinese Air Force pilots in the 1960s. Well, what did the Chinese Air Force do? Well, during the 60s they were heavily involved in political and military actions. China has a long history of tension-filled relationships with their border neighbours, like, for example, India. But also other countries, in particular the former Soviet Union. The Chinese weren't heavily involved in the Vietnam War, but they did provide support to northern Vietnam during the war in form of medical assistance and supplies. The movement is beautiful to look at. I mean, have a look beyond that sapphire crystal. I appreciate when watch brands put time and effort doing the icing on the cake, especially at this price point. It's under €400. I'll leave a link for the site in the description alongside my Patreon page, Instagram, TikTok and Twitter. The Seagull 1963 most known movement is the ST19 movement, an in-house movement developed by the Tianjin Seagull Watch Company. It is a manual wind column wheel chronograph movement and is by some considered a homage to the Swiss Venus 175 movement. The Venus 175 was a popular chronograph movement used in many watches, including those worn by Chinese Air Force pilots. According to the watchmaker's homepage, this carries an upgraded movement, the upgraded ST1901 movement, with a swan neck regulator. There's something about these winding chronographs. Wearing experience. The caseback isn't bronze, so a bit safer for those unlucky few of you who might have an allergic reaction to bronze. Despite being a moderate 38mm, the watch wears a bit bigger because of its thickness, not an uncommon trait among manually wound chronographs. But I'm not a chronograph guy. I've tried several times. The watch is a brick thick and the dials are cluttered, but I do like its attributes and I do value the craftsmanship behind the movements, a work of art on some occasions. Bronze is cool. I'm in search for a bronze timepiece which I will actually keep hold of for the long term. Oris or Hamilton perhaps? Other suggestions are most welcome down in the comments, and please like and subscribe while down there. Thank you so much. It does algorithmic magic. The nitpicking. The NATO strap is super comfortable, but the buckles are really tight. I've had a hard time putting it through. So maybe, if I keep it, I'll have to use some of my own straps. Thank you for watching. Catch you in the next one, watchfam.